Hey you guys, so today I wanted to go over your regular classes. So if you guys have passed your trial class and you guys are on board, you guys are going to be set up with your regular classes. So your interviewer will go ahead and send you an email as far as basically like a contract showing you what to expect and basically the Qkids protocols and all of that. Also, as far as your time and schedule, you want to make sure you set that up right after they send that email, and send that your time and your schedule availability to them, so that way they can go ahead and set you up right away. And it didn't take any time. I went ahead and you can also set your schedule up on your Qkids app, and that's why I love the Qkids app, because it helps you see exactly what lessons you're doing, what days you're doing, and what times you're doing them. So it's very helpful just to see a little screen of like what time your schedule is going to be. And it's very easy. You just click on time of availability, or if you want to request off, you can just click the squares. And I'm sure you guys are familiar with the Qkids app. So the Qkids app is very helpful with time and scheduling, and then it'll also update every week, so you guys can go ahead and schedule your weekly schedule. So as far as regular classes, so it all depends on your availability, of course. As far as your regular classes, it's going to be the same routine, same things as the demo 2 interview and trial classes. You're continuing to teach regular students. There's some students that aren't going to be as fluent or as advanced, and then there are going to be students who are advanced. I've had some students who are 5 years old, or some students who are 7 years old in the same class, but they have similar teaching skills. So excuse me. So and some don't. There's some who aren't as advanced, and you want to make sure you work with them. Same tips as far as your trial classes. It's the same thing. Make sure you prepare, make sure you plan, make sure you enter into the class early to be able to do introductions between you and your students. Make sure you manage your time with your slides. Look and prepare, plan before your actual class, because you want to see exactly what slides need required time. And what I do is I actually write down the lesson and the lesson number, and I actually write down which slide requires more time, and I study. Some people, they may just go in maybe an hour before your actual class, and they just look at the slides and they know how to do it. As for me, I like to be more prepared and know what to expect. So I like to write down my lessons, again, like I said, and then write down which slides need the required time, and I can also write down what the slide actually needs, or what is going on in that slide. But again, they also have the lesson objectives and the lesson layout before you even enter the class, so it gives you a brief understanding. Also, you have your references to refer to, the little light bulb inside the classroom if you forget. And yeah, make sure you're at your second to last slide at the 28-minute mark. You're leaving that slide at the 28-minute mark, so that you can go ahead and have a couple minutes in the last slide, which is the exiting slide, saying goodbyes and praising and rewarding students. And make sure you continue with your TPR, maybe using your props, having the students engaged, you guys. But yeah, as far as regular classes, they're similar to your trial classes. The time and dates, they have the calendar and Qkids program, so the software, so you're able to see what times are your scheduled classes and what dates they're scheduled. So yeah, everything is pretty much handed, you guys. You guys just gotta use your resources. And yeah, make sure you continue praising the students on all of that. If you have any students who aren't present in your class, make sure you notify your staff. If their video or audio isn't working, make sure you notify your staff. And yeah, just let them know, or if your connection is coming in and out, let them know. And for my regular classes, I had 4 set up back to back. So I had the morning classes, and they went by really quickly. Thankfully, you know, I had 2 of the same type of lessons, so basically I was reteaching the same lessons back to back. But if this doesn't happen, and if you have different lessons for each time slot, you want to make sure you prepare, you know, maybe the day before. And I did that. What I did again was I wrote down which lesson it was and what the lesson objective was about, and also continuing to reread that the lesson objective layout. Okay, because again, some of these slides, they're different. Some slides require more time. Some slides you might forget the games. I was thrown for a loop. I had prepared the day before, and one of my time slots, it was, let's say it was like a lesson 48, and when I actually logged on the next day, the lesson changed and it was lesson like 31. And I was like, wait, you know, I was kind of thrown for a loop. But sometimes you just gotta improvise and just read briefly, or just go through the slides, and you know, you have to be on your toes. One of the games I wasn't too familiar with. I didn't watch that game often, so I had forgotten. But again, that's why I said make sure you prepare and plan accordingly. And if you forget, like I said, they have the light bulbs, so that is a great thing to have, because you click on it and it describes what you need to do, what you know to expect in that slide. So that's what I did, and I also improvised based on the animation or the game. But yeah, as far as your regular classes, you guys, once you get on, you'll be booked. I mean, sometimes you might not have classes, but you still get paid. Sometimes nobody might show up, sometimes 3 students, sometimes 4. It all depends. You know, sometimes you might have 4, sometimes the student might log out, notify the staff, and that's it. But yeah, I wish you guys luck with your regular classes. If you guys have any questions, more detailed questions about it, please feel free to comment down below, or if you want to share your experience as far as, you know, what you guys have already done. If you guys are in your regular classes, please feel free to share. I would love to hear you guys' your experience. All right, see you guys.